Who's there? Nay, answer me, stand and unfold yourself. Long live the king, Bernardo, You come most carefully upon your hour. 'Tis now struck 12. Get thee to bed, Francisco. For this relief much thanks. 'Tis better cold, and I am singing hard. Have you quiet good? Not a mouse stirring. Well, good night. If you do meet Horatio and Marcellus, the rivals on my watch, bid them make haste. I think I hear them stand. Who's there? Friends to this ground, and liegemen to the Dane, give you in good night. Oh, farewell, honest soldier, who hath relieved you? Bernardo has my place, give you good night. Hola, Bernardo, say what is Horatio there? Is a piece of him. Welcome, Horatio, welcome, good Marcellus. What, has this thing appeared again tonight? I have seen nothing. Horatio says 'tis but our fantasy, and will not let belief take hold of him, touching his dreadful nice twice seen of us. Therefore I have entreated him along with us to watch the minutes of this night, that, if again this apparition come, he may approve our eyes and speak of it. Tush, tush, 'twill not appear. Sit down a while, and let us once again assail your ears, that are so fortified against our story, that what we have 2 nights seen. Well, sit we down, and let us hear Bernardo speak of this last night of all, when yon same star that's westward from the pole had made its course to illume that part of heaven where now it burns Marcellus and myself. The bell then beat in 1. Peace, break thee off. Look where it comes again, in the same figure, like the king that's dead. Thou art a scholar, speak to it, Horatio. Looks like it, not like the king. Mark it, Horatio. Most like it harrows me with fear and wonder. Who it spoke to? Question it, Horatio. What art thou usurps this time of night, together with that fair warlike form, in which the majesty of buried Denmark did sometimes march? By heaven, I charge thee, speak. It is offended. See, it stalks away. Stay, speak, speak. I charge thee, speak. 'Tis gone and will not answer. Now, Horatio, you tremble and look pale. Is not this something more than fantasy? What think you on't? Before my God, I might not disbelieve without the sensible and true avouch of my own eyes. Is it not like the king, as thou art to thyself? Such was the very armour he had on when the ambitious Norway combated. So frowned he once, when in an angry power he smote the sledded poleaxe on the ice. 'Tis strange, thus twice before, and jump at this dead hour, with martial stalk hath he gone by our watch. In what particular thought to work I know not, but in the gross and scope of my opinion, this bold some strange eruption to our state. Good, now sit down and tell me, he that knows, why this same strict and most observant watch so nightly toils the subject of the land, and why such daily cast a brazen cannon and foreign mart for implements of war, and why such impressive shipwrights, whose sore task does not divide the Sunday from the week. What might be toward that this sweaty haste doth make the night joint labourer with the day? Who is that can inform me? That can I. At least the whispers go so. Our last king, whose image even but now appeared to us, was, as you know, by Fortinbras of Norway, there too picked on by a much emulate pride, there to the combat in which our valiant Hamlet, for so this side of our known world esteemed him, did slay this Fortinbras, who by a sealed compact, well ratified by law and heraldry, did forfeit with his life all those his lands, against the which a moiety competent was gauged by our king, which had returned to the inheritance of Fortinbras. Had he been the vanquisher, as by the same covenant and carriage of the article designed, is fell to Hamlet. Now, sir, young Fortinbras, of unimproved metal hot and full, hath in the skirts of Norway here and there shocked up a list of lawless resolutes for food and diet to some enterprise that hath a stomach isn't, which is no other, as it doth well appear unto our state, but to recover to us by strong hand and terms compulsory those foresaid lands, so by his father lost, and this, I take it, is the main motive of our preparations, the source of this our watch, and the chief head of this post-haste and roamage in the land. I think it be no other, but e'en so well made so that this portentous figure come on through our watch so like the king. That was and is the question of these wars. A mote is it to trouble the mind's eye in the most high and palmy state of Rome. A little ere the mightiest Julius fell, the grave stood tenantless, and the sheeted dead did squeak and gibber in the Roman streets. As as stars and trains of fire and dews of blood, disasters in the sun and the moist star, upon which influence whose Neptune's empire stands, was sick almost to doomsday with eclipse, and even like precursor of fierce events, as harbingers preceding still the fates, and prologue to the omen coming on, have heaven and earth together demonstrated unto our climatures and countrymen. But soft, behold, lo, where it comes again. I'll cross it, though it blast me. Stay, illusion, if thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me. If there be any good thing to be done, that may to thee do ease and grace to me, speak to me. If thou art privy to thy country's fate, which haply foreknowing may avoid, oh speak. Or if thou hast abhorred in thy life extorted treasures in the womb of earth, for which they say you spirits oft walk in death, speak of it, stay and speak. Stop it, Marcellus, shall I strike with my partisans? Do, if you will not stand. 'Tis here, 'tis here, 'tis gone. We do it wrong, being so majestical, to offer it this show of violence, for it is as the air invulnerable, and our vain blows malicious mockery. Ever was about to speak when the cock crew. Then it started like a guilty thing upon a fearful summons. I have heard the cock, that is the trumpet of the morn, doth with his lofty and shrill sounding throat awake the god of day, and at his warning, whether in sea or fire, in earth or fire, the extravagant and erring spirit hies to its confine, and of the truth herein this present object may approbation. It faded on the crowing of the cock. Some say that ever against the season comes, wherein our Saviour's birth is celebrated. The bird of dawning singeth all night long, and then, they say, no spirit dares stir abroad. The nights are wholesome, when no planets strike, no fairy takes, no witch hath power to charm, no Hamlet, so gracious is the time. So have I heard, and do in part believe it. But look, the morn, in russet mantle clad, walk o'er the dew of yon high eastward hill. Break we our watch up, and by my advice let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet, for upon my life the spirit dumb to us will speak to him. Do you consent? We shall acquaint him with it, as needful in our loves fitting our duty. Let's do't, I pray, and I this morning know where we shall find him most conveniently.